Hello. Is the universe inherently meaningless? No. Well, we don't know. That's the most plausible answer. We don't really know. But what we like to do is apply these frames to reality in hopes that we can mitigate some of the mental bandwidth we have to expend when navigating through it. And with this one in particular, the universe being meaningless. The drawback of such a frame is that, sure, you are no longer expending as much mental bandwidth, but you're also likely going to be very depressed because it's very hard to set goals when there's no meaning to anything, right? Because what's the point in setting a goal if everything is meaningless? Thus, henceforth, it's very difficult to produce positive motivation for the brain because we produce positive motivation for the brain by setting goals. Why set goals? Meaningless. But the best answer is we do not know. And from there, what we as pattern recognition creatures can do is apply a sense of meaning through what we can observe. Example, we observe every organism attempting to survive and reproduce. And we see that throughout nature. Thus, we can take that as a logical frame and say, hey, part of the meaning of life is to survive and reproduce. We observe it, it's consistent in nature, it's consistent in what we observe through our senses, and of course there's much we don't know. Something from that may come into conflict with that notion, but for the most part, through our human senses, when we observe reality, all the organisms are trying to survive and reproduce for the most part. That's a logical frame. Now, can we apply this to other things? Yes, that's what philosophy is for. We apply logical frames to reality, thus use them to help us better navigate this world. A compass, a framework we contrive in hopes that we may more seamlessly traverse this plane. And so, how else can we apply these frames? Let's play games with them. Say, this reality exists to teach us how to manipulate energy. Would this be true? Well, one way we can reinforce this logically is by looking at people who typically reframe negative to positive, a negative mindset to a positive mindset. These people are typically more successful in life. If you can consistently do this, the brain is fueled by motivation. Thus forth, you will have more emotional leverage when doing anything. And so, for the most part, in your ability to reframe negative to positive, you have essentially become more effective at whatever you're doing. You're probably going to get paid more for what you're doing. And from there, the character you cultivate, the skills you cultivate, they'll be applicable in other domains. Henceforth, this plane being a school where you essentially learn how to manipulate your energy. Who knows if it's true or not, but using it will, for the most part, improve your overall human experience. That's what it's for. And if it can consistently do that, it's doing its job well. It just has to consistently work. And that's just it. This school is a place where you learn how to manipulate your energy. If you start from within yourself and then expand outward, the game becomes still difficult, but much more in your control. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Peace.